Go. All right, welcome to our team call. It is Friday, let's see, July 9th, and today we're going to talk about Summit. We're going to talk about affirmations, and we're going to just cover a little bit. If there's time, we're going to do a team bonding at the end. I don't know if there will be time, but it was a really funny one that I found. So anyways, what we're going to start off with is, let me share my screen, and it's going to be like, my screen is real messy right now. Because I'm not on the right tab, but as you know, Tamara's always like this. But anyways, welcome Amy to the call. This is her first call that she's jumped on with us. Brittany is one of our girls that's on every single Friday call. I love seeing your face. So I'm excited to have you both here. It really just makes me super happy to see you guys. But first we're going to go over, so here we go. There we go. I had a lot of stuff opened. I was trying to get something done that I didn't realize I didn't know how to do. So I was doing a lot of research on some tabs, but today's team call is all about Summit success. So Summit is next week, July 14th through the 16th. I know Amy's looking at coming to some of the in-person stuff if it works out for her husband's schedule because she's local. Brittany, I know that you're going to do yours virtually, and because you're up in Canada. And then let's see who else. I know that Stephanie is in Croatia right now, and she's going to be joining in virtually with what she can. I think Cody was going to try to pop on some stuff, Nicole, maybe even Brittany. And then there's a couple of discount coaches that you guys have never met that we're excited to do some of the workouts. So that'll be really fun for anybody that's just like, hey, I just really want to do the workout side of things. They have the opportunity to do live workouts. So that's going to be really fun. But let's share any wins that we have. So Amy, we do this every week where we share a win of the week, just something that you're really proud of yourself for. So I'll actually go first today. I don't normally, but I'm just really proud of myself for honestly sticking to my very simple schedule of working for like 2 hours while we're on vacation. And I know I had some people that were like, wait, why are you working if you're on vacation? Like you're on vacation, but I'm on vacation for the entire month of July. So I'm like still going to work. I'm definitely on vacation from my side job at Crackings. So this is still very much a vacation for me. Like I've just been really proud of myself for enjoying my time off with the kids and with Neil and getting to go on a ton of adventures, but still like helping a couple people get started here and there with their fitness and nutrition. I mean, like just this week alone, I had 3 phone calls and helped get 2 girls signed up, and then also helped another girl get connected to the community group. So it's just been like, it's been fun for me. Like I enjoy this. So I'm proud of myself for just like actually enjoying my work. Brittany or Amy, do you guys want to share a win of this week, whether it's Beachbody related or not? Any wins that you have?
I know this week I took time on one of the days this week and I posted my link tree.
Ooh, that's awesome. Yes. I missed that. That's awesome.
Yes. So I have my free group on there. I also have the sample workouts that I've already done. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so that's what I did. So with the workouts that I've already done, I posted the sample workouts. 80 Day Obsession doesn't have a sample workout, but I have a non-coach perspective review.
Oh, cool.
And I watched it and it was actually really interesting. I liked it because from being a challenger myself and not having certain things to do certain workouts, mm-hmm. She does mention, what works for her. She's a mom of twins. She only gets like an hour a day to herself. So, mm-hmm. And instead of having like different sets of dumbbells to purchase, she has like an all-in-one dumbbell.
Oh, I've seen those. Yeah.
Herself, mm-hmm. which is more space, and she didn't have sliders, but so she ordered sliders herself off of like Amazon for $5. Mm-hmm. Which kind of fit into her own financial situation. So it's just something to work around that works for you, yeah. Which I thought was encouraging because for me, when I was in that situation, I had to figure out what worked for me financially as well. So mm-hmm. It's just something that I was able to relate to. So I felt that if I put that on there, then someone else can relate to that as well and still be able to join.
And then when you have that conversation with them, you have that ability to really empathize and relate to like, yeah, I was able to get Beachbody on demand, but I couldn't afford everything all at once because of just where I was at until I started to trickle things in here and there. So I think that that's going to be really helpful. Well, cool. I'm proud of you. This is awesome. Thanks, Brittany. I know Amy just typed that she's driving, so she's going to be on mute and no video. I know she also has little kiddos probably with her in tow. And we know that these wild times in the morning can be a little bit tough. But Amy, I'm just really proud of you for joining into the team. She had I just basically reached out to her because I knew that she was into nutrition, and I really wanted to get to know Amy a little bit more after kind of getting to hang out with her at a play date. And when I asked her about the coaching opportunity, she took a look. She'd been with a company in the past, so we're working through like what can be the deciding factors between the difference of that experience versus this experience. So it'll be really fun to get you going and get you moving forward in this. So let's see.
Welcome, Amy.
Yes, welcome. So that was kind of a little bit of recognition. I was going to have Neil do the recognition, but we're both like eating breakfast. We're off on time, so I'm going to do recognition today so that he can help get the kids there. So right now in the month of July, I need to type this up. In the month of July, I've helped one person start as a coach and then another girl start as a challenger. So those are my points on the board. We don't have any other points on the board, but we do have some people that have had some volume. So this is really fantastic. So there's some volume. So these mean sales outside of anything that is challenge pack wise, and challenge packs do count for volume, but these are just other sales. So it looks like Stephanie has a lot of residual sales this past week. And a lot of these other girls have had like some great residual sales. So really cool. And then take action, Brittany, good job. So this is when Neil will go into the coach office. And he will have people, he will go and see like what we filled out for our tracker. I'm actually going to go into the coach office right now, and I'm going to fill out my tracker just so that those watching the playback who have never done the tracker or seen the tracker will see this for the first time. So this is the Beachbody coach office. It's just coach.teambeachbody.com. When you start to work your business, you'll start to fill out this tracker, and it's really helpful for me as a coach to see what you're doing. And I think that some of us still have the tracker that you're filling out, but you haven't clicked yet. I don't know why it keeps like trying to get me to re-sign in. There we go. Right here where it says share with my coach, just make sure that you have that clicked, because I think like Tanya, Stephanie, and maybe Nicole have been filling it out, but haven't been checking that box. So I don't really see that they've filled out their tracker. So for example, today I'm about to work out. So I'm just going to go ahead and click that off because I'm about to work out right after this. I've already drank my Shakeology. I had that first thing this morning, tried cookies and creamy for the first time. So I can click those boxes off. I'm already 20% complete with my tracker. I really haven't done any work yet this morning. So right here, inviting at least 5 people to a bod group or learning about coaching. Like I will do that because that's something that I do every day. I follow up with people every day. I do a social media post. I update my stories. I typically, when I'm updating my stories and doing my posts and following up and inviting, I'm almost always responding to people because that's part of where I'm getting those invites from, and initiating connections and expanding my network. So I do need to take some more time to do this because I have not connected with new people in a little bit. So there you go. Contribute to my challenge group. I've actually already put a post up in my challenge group. I've already recognized achievement because we just did that here on this call. And I'm here to respond to questions from customers and coaches. And I'm going to go into the challenge group this morning and respond to others. And then personal development. I've already done some reading this morning of personal development. So I've already gotten 60% of my tracker filled out, and it's 8:15 a.m. where we're at. So it's just one of those things, like, just remember, like, it's not hard to fill this out, but the part that will probably be the hardest for all of us is this connect, invite, and follow up section. So obviously I haven't done any of that yet, but I can do everything else pretty quickly. So I just wanted to show you guys that one more time. So don't forget to fill that out, because what it'll do is when we have one-on-one calls, it will really help me. And Brittany, you're due for a one-on-one call. Like, we need to set one up for next week or the week after, maybe the week after Summit. It depends on like what would be good for you. Amy as well, we need to do a getting started call, but and Amy, I'll go over this with you. But once we start to fill this out, it really helps me as your coach and your mentor know, okay, every single day we get these tasks done, but we don't get these tasks done. And most of the time we're all sticking on the same tasks. We're all like, okay, did I get 5 invites? Oh gosh, no, I did that like once this week. And that's okay. Like, that's fine. That's what we do on the calls. So we figure out, okay, well, how can we make that easier for you? How can we make that transition easier? And then let's see here. And when I was first starting as a coach, I will share, let me go in another room because their movie's a little loud. It's okay, Neil. When I first started as a coach, I will share, I was really proud of myself if I got one invite done a day. And so I think that that's really something to be proud of yourself for as well. Like, don't think that it's like you have to do everything every day, because it really depends on you and your goals. So, all right, I'm gonna scroll up. My computer is now sitting on a on a very unstable, I was gonna say watering bowl sink. It's on a very unstable sink. It's fine, just don't fall. Okay, so announcements. So Cookies and Creamies has launched. I just got to try it for the first time today. I really liked that flavor. I'm not like a major Oreo fan. I used to be, but I actually really liked it. One of my girlfriends that tried it, she told me that it tasted like the cheaper version of an Oreo. So she's like, but it does the fix. And I was like, okay. And then I know like Jonathan's been drinking it in our group. So you can always, inside of our bod group, you can always ask other people if you haven't gone to try it yet, like, what do you really think of the flavor? I think it's worth a try because I do like it. And I think I was really happy because Braylon and Alicia liked it too. So it made it really easy for me to give them a really quick shake this morning when they first woke up, just like I did. 645 is now available. It's the new workout program from Amwala Caesar. Brittany is doing it. I believe Amy is going to be doing it. Neil and I are going to do it, but we're just waiting until after the month of July when we're home. We could do it on the road, but we're just like, let's just do Let's Get Up and dance while we're on the road, and then we'll do that one. The last announcement is Portion Fix has been updated. So if you've done the Portion Fix nutrition in the past, they updated the videos to make them a little bit more simple. Autumn had kind of, I learned Portion Fix via the printed guide. And one of the girls that I just got started, we actually ended up ordering her the 21-day fix challenge pack because it came with the Portion Fix booklet, because she said, I'm not very much of a visual. I like to read and learn. And so when we talked about getting her started, we decided to get her a 21-day fix challenge pack so that she had all the program materials already printed. She didn't have to go and print them off of her computer. So just remember that there are some people that will learn really well on the new Portion Fix video updates, and there's others that will learn really well from the reading. And so just take a little bit of time to talk to your customer when you're getting them started. Most people will do fine though with a regular challenge pack that has it all digital, but she was really specific and was like, no, I really want to read it. And I was like, oh, okay. So, but the digital is really fantastic. And then Amy, I know that you are just now starting. So when we do our Getting Started Right call, I'll kind of show you and walk you through some of that. Another update from corporate is Build Your Bod Squad tracker. I'll talk about that on the next page. And then Virtual Coach Summit. Make sure that you register for Summit. So just go to coachsummit.com and register, because they're going to send you, oh, good call. They're going to send you links to all of the programs that all of the events. So even if especially if you're attending virtually, we want you to make sure that you have the links to get started. It was really cool. I went on the website today and you could kind of like add my schedule. And so you could add different things into your schedule. So it kind of pops up as just like, instead of all of the summit activities, you can be like, well, I'm actually only planning on being able to attend these 3 things. And then you can click it and then it'll hopefully send you an email reminder. Oh, awesome. Brittany's going to do 645 with us in August because her purchase is going to be a little bit later. Okay, yay. That's exciting. So I'm really excited about Coach Summit, but we'll go over that in just a second. I want to go over Bod Squad. Kyle went live in our team page yesterday on Facebook and talked about Bod Squad a little bit. He's my corporate mentor, and he's been going live in different team pages and talking about it. We were his first one yesterday, so he was definitely a little sleepy as he came into our group. He still had his energy, but I could tell us like, this is not the normal Kyle. He's definitely still waking up. I should have scheduled him for a later time, but he did great. One of the things that I am going to do, I'm going to try to show visually how I'm filling out my Bod Squad. So basically, I'm just going to share with you my example right here. So right here, my first Bod Squad member is, I signed up Nicole. So I can put Nicole's name right here. Excuse me. No, not Nicole. Yeah, no, it was Nicole. I signed up. No, I was trying to remember who I signed up. So I signed up Nicole, so I can put her name here. And then, and she's a customer. And then I signed up Stephanie, and I can put her name here as a customer. And then I signed up Amy, and I can put Amy's name here as a coach. So now I have 3 members on my Bod Squad team. Now, if If Amy signs up another person to join in with her, maybe like a best friend, family member, something like that, her best friend, family member's name will go right there. And then that's building our bod squad. So every person that she now helps builds like my bod squad. So Brittany, say that you sign up your friend Amy. We'll just do Amy again. So say that you sign up Amy as just a customer. And so you have one bod squad member, and then you sign up, maybe you're a sibling, maybe you sign up a sibling, and your sibling signs up two of their best friends. Then those people are now part of your bod squad. When you get 5 people, you get an Wallace Caesar bobblehead. Our kids will play with it. It's funny. But really the goal is when you get 10 people on your, and this is for the whole month of July and August. So you have 2 months to do it. You get a Beachbody lap desk, which is pretty cool. I've never had a lap desk, but I do sit at my couch and work quite often. So I'm like, oh, and so it'll be personalized with like Beachbody logo and stuff too, which is really cool. So I'm looking forward to earning that prize. So it's cool that Beachbody has another little fun prize for us. So summit schedule, this is, I'm not going to go over it too much in depth. It is the cover photo of our Facebook group. Just know that I just realized all the times are in Pacific. So just know most of us are Central and Eastern. So just make sure that you add 2 hours for Central or 3 hours for Eastern to this. Once you register for Summit though, it actually calculates it and like everything shows up in your time zone. But Tuesday, you might have earned a bonus workout with Sean T. We're actually going to be driving. So if there's a way that I can gift my bonus workout link, I will see if I can, because we're literally going to be in the car. So we can't avoid that because that'll be at noon. So let's see. And then, but day 1, so there is a workout and then opening session. So I'll just describe really quick what these are, because we've been to Summit. This will be our 6th summit, 5th summit. Mine. And Neil's been to a few of them. But the sessions are where you're learning stuff. So the sessions are where top 10 coaches, top 100 coaches, they're going to come in and they're going to share best practice tips, whether it is on social media growth, mindset, working as couples. So we've seen like that kind of training. They're just going to share their best practices. And those are always really inspirational because you get to hear their story. You get to hear how they started out just normal like us, not knowing if the time would work for them and their families. And then really how they've been able to make this work for them and their families. The other things that are every day is there's a super trainer workout in the mornings. So again, this would be at like 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern, all of these. So don't worry, they're not at 7 a.m. our time, although I think all of us are early morning people anyways. But those are available every morning. And then the sessions are afterwards. The Beachbody Challenge is something I would highly recommend watching. And if you can watch it with your spouse or family members, it's just incredibly inspirational. It's where they take the top 6 finalists, top 6. Yeah, I feel like it might be a little bit more than that. It might be the top 8 finalists. So top 4 women, top 4 men, we'll just say, I think it is 8. And they will share their story. So we actually get to see like a video compilation of their progress, of their transformations by using our programs and products. So you're going to get to hear other testimonials of how people have used 2B Mindset Nutrition or Ultimate Portion Fix Nutrition or the workouts and what it's meant for them and their family. And it's like normally you're ending crying by the end of the night because it's just so inspirational. So I highly recommend taking the time to watch that. I really recommend the sessions as well for your training purposes. But I'm just telling you like the highlights of Summit. For most people that we've seen, most of our coaches that we've seen come in are doing the workouts, which normally they're in person. So it's a totally different vibe. And then doing the Beachbody Challenge. The last night is a celebration, which is going to be where they announce coaches who've rank advanced, just different business news that's happening. So they'll probably highlight some products and programs that are coming out. So it's really cool. And then just so that you know, on Saturday, there's going to be a whole bunch of other opportunities to do virtual workouts with the super trainers. So that's Summit. Next year, it will be in person. As we go into Summit, these are the things that I highly recommend as you go into those training sessions. So those sessions 1, 2, 3, and 4, where you're working, is taking these type of notes. And I will try to find the original of this and put this in the team page. But this is how Michelle taught me to take notes. And so it's called Q Act. And it's whenever you're taking your notes, and this is really helpful for not even just Summit, but like if you are a reader and you like to read books, this is really helpful for when I'm like reading a book and I'm like writing in the sidelines. I will write like, oh, this is a quote I want to reuse. Oh, this is an action step I want to take. This is something I want to change that I'm currently doing. And this is something that I want to teach to my team or to my kids or to somebody else. So what I recommend is just when you're taking your notes, if you put a Q, an A, a C, or a T beside everything that you're taking, and then at the end of the night, you actually go back through and you kind of just read and you say, oh, okay, these are actually like the top 3 that are most important to me. So then all of the quotes, I rewrite them on one page. All of the things that I want. So I have 4 separate pages now. So I have all my notes all jumbled together. It's everything all jumbled together. And then I have 4 blank pages, one with quote, action, change, and teach. And so then on the quote page, I have all my quotes. And then on the action, I put down anything that I wanted to take action on. On the change page, I write down anything I wanted to change. And on the teach page, I write down anything I want to teach. And this really helps me organize my notes so that when I'm going back after Summit and I'm trying to figure out what I wanted to share either with their challenge groups or with our team, I have it organized. And so I really recommend just if you take time every day to just, spend like 30 minutes going through your notes at the end of the day, it'll really help you to take the best action after Summit. That make sense? Yeah, cool. So this is a, did you want to add anything about Summit?
No, just try to if you're able to, when you're sitting down to watch the sessions. I like Tamara kind of mentioned. I think opening session's big because they're going to announce a lot of new stuff and get it really kind of excited and show the direction of the company's going. And then of course the training sessions, the Beachbody Challenge. So I mean, if you can, your schedule works out, try to sit down and carve out some time to just sit down with that and watch. If you can, we're really excited to get back in person next year because it's totally different.
It's a totally different experience.
But doing the best, doing the best they can is still valuable. Last year we got a hotel, just me and Tamara, so we get away from the kids and kind of focus in on everything.
Yeah.
And that was really nice. And then of course this year we're going to be in person, which will be better for everybody that's local.
Yeah.
But people that can't make it, you still have to do the virtual thing. So, but I just plug in and it's a good opportunity to recommit and get excited about, what you're doing and what the company's doing.
Yeah. Normally when you leave Summit, you're just like so on fire. Like you're so on fire, you're so excited, and you've just gotten some actionable steps to actually propel you forward. So it's a really good event. And yeah, I'm excited for in person. But yeah, they couldn't make it work this year because the city that they were going to was still so, hit or miss with what would work. So, all right. So this is something that Neil and I do a lot of work on limiting beliefs. So this is kind of like your training from us today. So everything else is more of our announcements. We're going to do a quick training. So and I know Amy, you're in your car, you've got your kids, like you're going places, but really think for a couple minutes. And Brittany, you can do this in person, you can do this right now, but I just want you to actually write down, and Neil, if you want to grab your notebook, you can too. Write down things that are true about yourself that you really feel are strengths that you have. And don't judge this. Like, this is just like, what are the things that come to you first? Whether it is like, you're really good at cooking a certain meal, or you're really good at doing your workout at a certain time of day, or every single day you drink your Shakeology, or you really feel like you're a great mom. Like you really actually feel like that, even though like we have like that whole, oh, I'm a bad mom mentality. Like you actually legitimately feel like you're a really good mom. So I'm going to just put my timer on for 3 minutes, and we're just going to write down some strengths for 3 minutes. So I'm starting my timer. I got to go grab my pencil. 1 minute left. Stumped?
Yeah, you got more than me.
I have more than you. All right, timer is off. All right. Okay. So why I wanted you to start off with writing down things that you really believe about yourself, strengths, because when you start to do affirmations, so this is something I really recommend that that you start to take time in your day to do, is affirming yourself and who you are and who God made you to be. I actually already have some affirmations that I do in the morning typed up, and then I do in the evening after I'm done with work. And I can definitely share these with anybody that's interested in seeing them. Those ones are ones that I actually didn't write out myself, but I have been tweaking after I started to say them. There were ones from the book Start that we did. Was it Start with John Acuff that we did this year? Soundtracks. Sorry, he has a couple books. Soundtracks with John Acuff. And then the other one is from Josh Coates, who is, I'm currently in his Beachbody Coach mentorship group. It's a really great paid for group that I'm just like beyond stoked that I joined into. And so I've just, I've gotten to do this a lot. And I really think that this is something that I want to make sure that you guys know the power of. Neil and I have been doing affirmations. And what else would you call it in the morning? Like affirmations and goals.
Yeah.
But a lot of times it's affirming our goals. So when we write down things that we already know that we're good about, and then we start to make an affirmation around it, you're already strengthening something in yourself. Because when you're also doing affirmations, what we're going to do next is we need to strengthen maybe 1 to 2 limiting beliefs at a time in that same affirmation sequence. So for example, I don't really like feeling uncomfortable. So one of my affirmations for my limiting belief of I don't like feeling uncomfortable is feeling uncomfortable is just a sign that my old comfort zone is having a hard time keeping up with me. So basically I'm just moving too fast, and like, but that's okay. Like, it's a good thing. But one thing that I know I am good at is I know that winning is contagious. So I know that I love to win, but I love to see other people win even more because it's more fun for me. So one of my positive affirmations is winning is contagious. When I help others win, I win too. So when you wrote down some things that were positive, what was something that was positive that you wrote down, Brittany? Like, what's one of your strengths? And I'll help you make like an affirmation out of it.
I love people.
All right.
I always try to see the good in everybody.
Perfect. Okay. So because it's one of the things that you could write down, is because I always see the good in everybody, I show how much I love people through my actions daily. So that would be like an affirmation that you could do. And then that, like, just affirm something that you're already really good at so that you can keep strengthening that, so that you know that when you're doing these affirmations in the morning, that you are already stating things that are exceptionally true about you. Because then those things that we're about to work on that you're like, oh wait, this isn't a truth about who I am. Like, so for me, like, feeling uncomfortable is a sign that my old comfort zone is having a hard time keeping up with me. I actually have said that so many times over the last 3 months that I'm like, oh, I actually don't mind feeling uncomfortable anymore. What? Like, I really don't, but I used to I hated discomfort. Like, I hated like that awkwardness, but now I'm like, oh, okay, it's fine. Like, because that just means that like my old comfort zone is breaking a new barrier, and I'm learning something new. So yeah, so I just think that these are really powerful. But right now, did you want to go over any others of yours, Brittany? Because we can turn a couple others into affirmations.
I don't know if these are even strengths. I think I don't know. So I have, I do my workouts. I'm strong. I've grown as a person. I love trying new things. I just started to be mindset, creative. I want to help people, oriented. I can be kind. I can be understanding and empathetic sometimes. I love what I do, even though I haven't signed a lot of people up yet.
Oh, no, so that's actually good because that one's kind of one that we can break into. Let's go. Do you want to take a crack at it?
No, I mean, obviously that's, so that's going to kind of creep in as a limiting belief, that you haven't seen as much success as you'd like to. It's going to kind of be in the back of your mind, but, taking some of those strengths and attributes, because I'm strong, because I love people, I'm able to, generally connect with people because, my desire to help them is stronger than, my own.
My discomfort of somebody saying no. Yeah. So one other thing is, one of mine actually starts with, I've got a gift worth giving. So don't forget that, because that's probably something like, because I've seen my strengths grow, because I've seen my confidence grow, because I've seen my love of connecting with other people continue to grow. I know that I have a gift worth giving in this Beachbody opportunity. So that's so we actually kind of just reframed like a little bit of a limiting belief, but while using some of your strengths. So this is exactly what this activity is for, is what are some of my strengths, just like Neil said, that you've already got, and then how can you turn that into something that's supporting you? Because that is, when we first start as coaches, that is one of the hardest things, is it's getting that momentum of, okay, how can I continue to help people without like burning out myself or my warm market or whatever that feels like for you. And truly that's going to be a lot of mindset work. It's so much more the mindset piece, because people will feed off of your energy so hardcore. So when they know that you're excited about something, they'll feed off of that. So share your love of people, because you do a great job with that. Like you really do. You share that really, really well. So don't ever doubt that. That people do know that you do care, even though like I know where you're at, because I know that you've gotten like a message before and it's like, what? But I do really care. Who are you? Like, what? And so that happens from time to time. And that's really just one of the other ones that I say to myself is momentum is messy. But momentum, even though it's messy, can feel amazing. So when I have that momentum going, even though sometimes it's going to be messy and I'm going to have hiccups, like it feels amazing. And failing is just falling forward. Failing is just falling forward. So, all right. So now we're just going to spend 2 minutes on thinking about what is something that you really want, but you feel like you're not good at, or you don't know if it will ever happen to you, for you. So 2 minutes. Something that you really want, but you feel like you're not good at, or don't know if it will ever happen. Okay, we have 10 seconds left, so I'm going to go ahead and cut you off.
Cut me off.
I don't like to think about all the negatives too much, but these aren't really negatives. These are just some things that we want. And so I'm going to go on to this next page because I wrote down some that are pretty common that I hear. So I never know if the work I'm doing is enough. So if you feel like you never know if the work you're doing is enough, because this is one of mine that like I've been like, oh my gosh, am I doing enough work? Like all of these other people are like having more success than I am. Like, obviously I'm not doing enough work. Like, obviously they're working so much harder, but I know I've said this so many times to you guys. I don't want to work more than 4 hours a day at this business. And when I first started, I didn't want to work more than an hour. And I seriously don't ever want to like, and I shouldn't say I don't want to, because there's times that I want to, but I also really value our family time. And so I have to like hold myself back sometimes now. But in the beginning, I was like, no, I like do not have more than an hour of time. Like I've got a tiny little baby who like needs me to hold her almost all the time when she's napping, even like it's not going to work out. But is the work that I'm doing during the hour that I'm spending enough? And so one of the affirmations that I really like for this is, because I reap what I sow, I trust that the work I did today was enough for the progress I want to see tomorrow. And so just reaffirming yourself. And the other thing that this has helped me do is, when I say, because I reap what I sow, out to myself at the end of my workday, I'm like, ooh, but did you actually do your 5 invites that you said you were going to do? Or for me, because for me, I try to do 5 coaching invites and 10 challenger invites. And guys, I've built that up over 6 years. Like I was really, truly like a 1 and 1. Like I was like a 1 coach and a 1 challenger invite a day. And I was like so stoked with myself when I did that. So don't feel like you need to be at where I'm at. Like everybody's goals are different. And like I've built that up. There are some coaches that out of the get-go, they are like super ready and eager, and they can like invite and talk to 1 million people a day. Like that wasn't where my energy was. But when I say this to myself, because I reap what I sow, I trust the work I did today was enough for the progress I want to see tomorrow. It reminds me, like, did I actually do the commitments that I say I wanted to do? You know what? I did. So why am I stressed out thinking I should do more? Like, I don't need to do more. I did my 1 and 1. Like, I'm good. Like, that's what I said I wanted to do. And if that starts to feel like I'm never doing enough, then maybe I need to do 2 and 2. So just know that like that's a really good one for those of us that are like, I don't know if I'm ever doing enough. Like, am I doing enough? And you can put that into parenting. You can put that into relationships as well. Just tweak it a little bit. I know we only have 1 minute left before we're going to get kicked off. So we won't have time for a little funny game that I had, but that's okay. I will share this. We were going to do a dance off. It was going to be pretty awesome. Not like a real dance. It was going to be to Whitney Houston's "Oh, I Want to Dance with Somebody." So if you want to do that and post it to your reels, or your stories, we can do that still after this. Anyways, so I fear taking time away from my family, but I really want to grow this business. That's been another one of mine. So these are 2 affirmations that you can start to speak out loud to yourself at the end of your workday, or even at the beginning, so that you know you're starting off positive. Because I find what I seek, I trust that the success I want is mine and comes to me without overworking or slaving to get it. And because I trust myself, I can check out and enjoy time with my family. So really starting to work on like trusting your inner gut, and really reframing these. I know that we're about to get kicked off. I know people are going to watch the playback of this. Feel free to private message Voxer me or text me if you want to work on some of these limiting beliefs.